Hello everyone and welcome to our regular series Top 5 RPGs. In this one we will be looking at Top 5 RPGs of May 2021. My name is Philip and I will be guiding you through the video. So let's not waste any time and get right into it. On number 5 we have Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne is the 5th installment in the Shin Megami Tensei series released for the PlayStation 2 in 2002. It was the first true addition to the main series since the original Super Famicom release of Shin Megami Tensei 2 nearly a decade prior. Nocturne follows a high school student in a modern-day Tokyo who is transformed into a demonic demi-fiend, and after the world undergoes conception, an apocalyptic event triggered by a sinister cult to trigger the world's rebirth into a new form. With Tokyo transformed into a vortex world filled with demons, the demi-fiend becomes instrumental to the schemes of the Reasons, beings who seek to remake the world in their image, and Lucifer, the Lord of Demons. The gameplay uses a turn-based battle system based on exploiting weaknesses and a demon recruitment system, allowing the player to recruit demons found in the Vortex world to fight alongside them. The original version of Nocturne released in Japan to strong sales and a positive critical reception, and the limited director's cut proved so popular that Atlus made a second print in response to the fan demand. It also inspired a drama CD and a light novel in Japan. The director's cut was the version chosen for localization, making Nocturne the first mainline Shin Megami Tensei game to be released in the West. The game was well received by the video game publications, who praised its gameplay and atmosphere, while its challenging difficulty was often a subject of criticism and occasional praise. It was also announced to have been a commercial success in the West. The remake offers better graphics and voice acting, but there's a catch. The cinematic cutscenes have not been remastered and the game introduces cutscenes from the 2002 PS2 game, still in 4:3 ratio. Add the fact that there have been no quality of life changes, a couple of day one DLC that easily could have been included in the main game, and a hefty €50 price tag for the normal version and $70 for the digital deluxe edition, and the prospect suddenly looks a lot less enticing. So, if you're a fan of the game or a newcomer to the series, it might be a good idea to wait for a sale on this one. Nocturne will release on 25th May 2021 and it will be available for Switch, PS4 and Steam. On number 4, we have King of the Seas. King of the Seas is an isometric action role-playing game set in a deadly procedurally generated pirate world set in a time of conflict between the Royal Navy and pirates. You play as an heir to the throne who has been falsely accused of killing the king. You are driven from your kingdom, rescued by pirates, and so your pirate adventure begins. Visually, the graphics go more for a fantasy style that really reminds me of Warcraft 3. Instead of controlling a character, you are controlling a pirate ship. There's lots of exploration, combat and taking over of enemy territories. As you progress through the game, you get a better crew, upgrade your ship, and with enough money, you can buy a brand new ship. Upgrade your talents to increase attributes like speed, firepower and maneuverability. King of the Seas will release on 25th May 2021 and it will be available on all platforms. Number 3. Solasta, Crown of the Magister. Solasta, Crown of the Magister is an indie turn-based tactical RPG based on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and it is developed by Tactical Adventures. Created and written by lifelong fan and favorite. It's not. I just fucked up. Created and written by lifelong fans of pen and paper RPGs comes Solasta Crown of the Magister. In Solasta, you take control of 4 heroes, each with unique skills that complement one another. Every hero expresses themselves in the adventure, making each action and dialogue choice a dynamic part of the story. Players will create their heroes just as they would in a pen and paper game by choosing their race, class, personality and rolling for their stats. The gameplay closely resembles Baldur's Gate, Pillars of Eternity or Dragon Age, although the fact that it is an indie game is visible and is a little rough around the edges. However, for many players who love these kinds of games, graphics are a secondary concern and things like depth of gameplay, story and characters are much bigger priorities. You can expect all the classic tabletop RPG staples, such as dice rolls determining your attacks or actions outside of battle, exploration, dungeons, dialogue choices that changed based on your personality type, and even verticality, such as jumping, climbing, and enemies attacking you from different elevations. Although less polished, especially compared to the newest Baldur's Gate 3, I think the game still offers a lot of depth for the fans of the genre, and it's getting very positive reviews, even in early access. Solasta, Crown of the Magister, has been in early access since October 2020, and the date of full release has been set to May 27, 2021 on Steam. Number 2. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition is an upcoming remaster of the critically acclaimed Mass Effect trilogy. Mass Effect Legendary Edition will bundle Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3 together in one launcher, remastered and optimized for 4K and Ultra HD gaming. Over 40 single-player DLCs from all 3 games will be included. However, Mass Effect 3's multiplayer and its corresponding DLCs will not be included, and neither is Pinnacle Station. Visual improvements include enhanced models, shaders, effects, lighting, and depth of field. Performance options can support ultra-high refresh rates on PC, and consoles are given a binary choice for performance versus quality. All versions support HDR. The Legendary Edition will have a photo mode across all 3 games to fully showcase these improvements. Commander Shepard's appearance can be customized in a unified character creator for a more cohesive experience, and with all options available across the trilogy. The default female Shepard face that debuted in Mass Effect 3 has been retouched, then backported to the previous 2 games for consistency. The previous default female face is also available as an option. Although the Legendary Edition was supposed to include everything from the trilogy, certain parts like the Pinnacle Station and Mass Effect 3 multiplayer had to be cut. The development team tried to contact Demiurge Studios for their source files for Pinnacle Station, but the code backups that were turned over were corrupted. Rebuilding it from scratch would have taken another 6 months, and the game director Meg Walters described the decision to cut it as heartbreaking. Multiplayer was cut due to logistical challenges in overhauling its system for more modern sensibilities, and focusing on it would have eaten into the single-player remaster's limited development time. Instead, the game has been rebalanced, and sections of Mass Effect 3 that would have required multiplayer to tie into the story experience have been redistributed. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is scheduled for release on May 14, 2021 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC, with forward compatibility and targeted enhancement for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. Number 1. Biomutant. Biomutant is an open-world action RPG being developed by Experiment 101 and published by THQ Nordic. In this game you control a raccoon creature in a world full of mutated animals. In character creation you can customize your sex, length, body shape and thickness. Fur, fangs and many other attributes can be tweaked, and all have direct impact on the statistics of the playable character during gameplay. For example, a thicker character is heavier, which makes it slower, but on the flip side allows it to deal and resist more damage. The combat system combines melee attacks with long-range shooting. The game features a variety of affixes, such as cryogenic and electrical, which are effective in battles. Besides leveling up the playable character, the players can also use level up points to strengthen their attributes or unlock new attack combinations. Another way to learn new moves is by interacting with specific characters in each area. Most of the moves are based on weapons, which can be crafted using the game's weapon crafting system. Throughout the game, players can also change their abilities and looks by mutations and biomechanical body parts, such as attaching robotic legs, wings and claws, which can be used to get various advantages against certain enemies or at certain locations. In order to reach specific areas, the player must change body parts, equip gear that is suited for that area, or obtain specific vehicles, such as an air balloon or jet skis. It also features a dynamic weather system and day and night cycle, which affect the gameplay and enemy behavior. Biomutant has branching storylines where decisions made by the player will decide how the story will continue. The world of Biomutant is struck by a natural disaster, as poisonous oil comes up from beneath the surface and pollutes the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life has 5 roots, through which it gives life to the whole world. In order to save the Tree of Life, players need to go to the end of each root, where aside from the oil, a creature is destroying the root by gnawing at it. There are also 6 tribes that are split from their original enclave. 3 of them want to heal the Tree of Life, while the other 3 plan to do something on their own. Each tribe can be influenced through the karma system. The player can ally with the tribe and eliminate other tribes in order to grow the power of the allied tribe in the world, although the player can also decide on the Tree of Life's fate without having to murder any of the tribes if they want to. Biomutant will release on May 25, 2021 for Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And that's it for our top 5 RPGs of this month. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I sure did, although I had to re-record the voiceover like 4 times because the voice software just doesn't like me this time, but it's fine. It was fun anyway. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate a like. If you have any comments, I will be glad to answer them. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Have a nice day.